Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Learning with Samanvi. Today's topic that we're going to discuss is circulatory system. The ability to keep the blood circulating despite of the pull of gravity is the matter of life and death for most organisms. Large animals like humans have special systems specialized to carry materials from one part to another of the body. This system is called the circulatory system. It consists of a networks of tube called blood vessels through which the heart pumps blood. The circulation of blood takes place continuously by pumping action of the heart, resulting in the transportation of material within the body. Circulatory system of the humans consists of blood vessels, and some other things. Blood. Blood is the fluid connective tissue through which the transport of material is done. It tastes saltish due to the presence of sodium chloride in it. It is a bright red in color. An average adult person contains 5 liters to 6 liters of blood in his body. The blood consists of the following: plasma. It is the liquid part of the blood. Different types of cells like RBCs, WBCs, and platelets are suspended in the plasma. It transports carbon dioxide and many other substances. It helps in the clotting of blood as it contains fibrinogen. It contains antibodies that protect the body from diseases. About 90% of the plasma is water, while the 10% remaining includes the nutrients and minerals. Plasma is yellow in color. Blood cells. There are three types of blood cells: red blood cells or RBCs. They are also known as erythrocytes. They contain complex chemical compound called hemoglobin, which has iron. Hemoglobin combines with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. It delivers the bound oxygen to cells. It is red in color due due to the presence of iron. Mature red blood cells have minute binocave and disc-shaped body. It is the hemoglobin in the RBCs which makes it possible for the blood to act as a carrier of oxygen from the lung to the tissues and cells of the body. Mature RBCs in humans do not have nucleus. They lose their nuclei to increase the space for hemoglobin. In the newborn baby, RBC is nucleated. They are made inside the bone marrow and are destroyed by the liver when they die. They have a lifespan of 120 days. They are disc shaped and are able to fold and bend. When they are forced to the smallest of blood vessels, white blood cells or WBCs. They are also known as leukocytes. They fight against germs and other foreign bodies and thus protect the body from diseases. WBCs are colorless and they have nucleus. They are larger than RBCs and are fewer in number. There are about 5,000 to 7,000 WBCs present in 1 cubic milliliter of blood. Many WBCs are made in the bone marrow. They live for few hours to many days depending on the type. When they travel along the blood, they are more or less spherical, but they are flattened and continuously change their shape along the inner lining of the blood vessels. They show amoeboid movements, which helps them to squeeze out capillaries into tissues, and this process is known as diapetes. Types of white blood cells. White blood cells are classified into agranulocytes and granulocytes. Agranulocytes. These WBCs have no granules in the cytoplasm and are produced in the bone marrow within the marrow cavity of the long bones. These are of two kinds: lymphocytes, which have round nucleus, and monocytes, which have horseshoe shaped nucleus or kidney shaped nucleus. Granulocytes. Granulocytes WBC are WBCs which have longer longer granules in the cytoplasm. They are lobed and contain various shapes in the nucleus. They are of three types. Neutrophils have 2 to 6 lobes in their nucleus. Basophils are bobbled or irregular shaped nucleus, and eosinophils have bobbled nucleus. Blood platelets. They are also known as thrombocytes. They help in preventing the blood loss as they cause clotting of the blood in the site of injury. They are born in the bone marrow and have a lifespan of 8 to 14 days. There are about 2.5 lakh blood platelets in 1 cubic meter of blood. Blood vessels. The blood flows in blood vessels which are of following types. Arteries are the blood vessels that carry the blood away from the heart and carry oxygenated blood. Veins are the blood vessels that bring back the blood to the heart and carry deoxygenated blood. Capillaries are fine vessels which connect the arteries and veins. Capillaries. Arteries branch to form arterioles. Arteriole further branch to form capillaries. Capillaries reunite to form venules, and venules unite to form veins. Unique roles of capillaries. As the blood flows along the capillaries, the oxygen and other useful substances diffuse out in the surrounding cells, and the waste material like CO2 diffuse in the blood, making the blood deoxygenated. In this way, the capillaries make the tissue in unhealthy state. The capillaries are extremely numerous, and every organ contains thousands of them. Valves inside the veins. Blood in the veins is at much lower pressure than in the arteries. One way valves inside the veins prevent the blood from flowing backwards. The force of the heartbeat keeps the blood flowing away from the heart through the arteries, so there is no need of valves inside the arteries. Functions of the blood. The blood is a fluid connective tissue performing the following functions. Blood carries oxygen from the lungs to different parts of the body and removes carbon dioxide from the body cells. Blood carries digested food from the intestine to all parts of the body. Blood contains WBCs which protect the body from diseases. Blood carries hormones from the intestine glands to different organs of the body. Blood carries a waste product called urea from the liver to the kidneys for excretion in the form of urines. Blood regulates the body temperature. Blood contains platelets which form a clot around the wound, thus preventing blood loss. Heart. The human heart is about the size of a clenched fist. It is a muscular organ that rhythmically contracts to force the blood around the body of an organism. The circulation of blood is initiated by the heart, which lies in between the lungs and appears slightly towards the left side. It is enclosed by a double membrane called the pericardium membrane, and it is filled with pericardial fluid. It forms it is formed by the four chambers. The two anterior chambers which receive the blood are auricles, and the two posterior chambers distributing the blood are ventricle. In between these chambers are present door like valves allow the which do not allow the blood to flow in another direction, that is from auricles to ventricles. or from ventricles to auricles. The reverse flow of the blood is prevented by these valves only. Valves inside the heart. The tricuspid valve. It is located between the right auricle and right ventricle. Bicuspid valve, or it is located between the left auricle and left ventricle. Pulmonary semilunar valve. It is located at the opening of pulmonary artery. Aortic semilunar valve. It is located at the opening of an aorta. Heartbeat. The cycle of a man. Heart cycle of a man contains two sounds that can be heard. They are diastole and systole. Diastole is a brief period in the heart cycle when two arteria and ventricles are relaxed and the heart fills up with blood from the veins. Systole is the phase of the heart cycle when the heart muscle contract. Diastole and systole produce an unmistakable two-tone sound which is easily heard through an instrument such as a stethoscope. This is the heartbeat in an healthy adult. The heartbeat on average is 72 times in a minute, but they can vary from the age as 60 beats per minute to 80 beats per minute. Exercise also makes the heartbeat faster, bringing more blood to the muscles, which is good for our health. The heartbeat of a human is controlled by the pacemaker, also known as sinoatrial node, which is a group of special nerves present in the right atrium. Working of the heart. The right auricle receives the deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body with the help of the main vein. It is poured into the right ventricle from the right auricle and then sent to the lungs for oxygenation. From the lungs, the oxygenated blood is poured into the left auricle. The circulation of the blood in from the right ventricle of the heart to the lungs and back to the heart in the left auricle is called the pulmonary circulation. Blood from the left auricle is forced into the left ventricle, which on contraction supplies the oxygenated blood to all parts of the body with the help of arteries. After distributing oxygen and other substances to all parts of the body and collecting the carbon dioxide and metabolic waste materials, the blood is filtered by the kidney and disinfected by the liver. The blood is returned to the right auricle by the main vein called vena cava. The circulation of the blood from the left ventricle to the all body parts and then back to the heart in the right auricle is called the systematic circulation. The There are two important veins: the superior vena cava that takes the blood from the from the upper parts of the body, and the inferior vena cava that takes the blood from the bottom part of our body. Blood group. Blood group were discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1900. A person blood group is determined by the type of antigen present on the surface of the red blood cell. In most people, there are two types of antigen, A and B. One person can only has one type of antigen present in all the RBCs, plasma of the blood containing antibodies which attack the foreign red blood cells antigens, but not only the body's own red blood cells antigen. On the basis of the antigen present on the surface of the red blood cell, the human blood is classified into four groups that are A, B, AB, and O. AB is the universal recipient and O is the universal donor. That means that the person with the AB type of blood group is the universal recipient because it can receive from all types of blood groups, whereas O is an universal donor because it does not contains any recipe, any type of antigen on itself, so it can donate to all types of blood groups. Each 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 blood group is of two types depending on the presence of an Rh factor. Rh factor is a special protein reported first in rhesus monkeys. This type of antigen is present in the blood blood and if it is present then the blood cell is Rh positive, and if it is absent then the blood is Rh negative. In most people are Rh positive, the factor also needs to be matched before the transfusion of blood. Otherwise, the clumping or agglomeration of RBCs can take place that can be fatal also. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Anisa Miha. Anisa Miha.